All right, so we're ready for part 3 in time management, and I hope that the previous 2 videos have been helpful for you in structuring yourself a little bit. Today, though, I really just want to get down to the day. A successful business is not built months at a time, it's built days at a time. And if you can really learn how to have awesome days for your business, that will turn into awesome weeks. And awesome weeks will turn into awesome months and years and a career. And you'll be amazed at how much the little things mean. We tend to overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we could do in 10 years. And so one day really done well is the key to building incredible stuff that we can do long term. So let's take a look at the 6 important things list. And this is a way to break down your day into a clear plan that's not overwhelming but can really give you confidence of what should I be doing, and making sure that you are working your business full circle, which we have the full circle skills video, so hopefully you've seen that or you'll see it soon. And you just want to be touching on all the basic elements of our business every day, or whatever days you're going to engage in your business, so that you're always moving forward, right? So step 1 for the 6 important things list is to determine your month goal, or to remind yourself of your month goal. What did you set out to accomplish for your family financially this month? What are you working on? Remind yourself, that's what I'm working on. Step 2 is a splatter list. What do you need to do? What are the to-dos in your brain? It is amazing to me how powerful it is just to write it down. When I'm feeling overwhelmed and crazy, literally telling myself, hey, just write things down, is so freeing and so empowering. So write it down. And then the next part of that section is do, delegate, or dump. Of that to-do list, what do you really need to do? Like, it's very crucial, this needs to be done. What could you delegate? What is not really, really important that would be so easy for someone else to take off your shoulders? And what do you need to dump? What are you thinking you should do out of guilt? Or you would, in a perfect world, bake the cookies, but honestly, my husband could pick some up on the way home and it would be fine. You know, what can you dump or delegate that isn't super important, that's filling up your mind? Step 3, you're delegating and taking care of that. Step 4, evaluating the list based on your goal. If the task that you're thinking I really need to do, especially when it comes to Mary Kay, if it won't actually get you closer to your goal, maybe you could do it later. If, let me think of an example. What would be an example? I really need to print off tracking sheets for the whole year so I have them ready. Okay, that's a good thing to do, but having a tracking sheet isn't necessarily the first step for accomplishing your goal. There might be something else that would be more important that would get you closer to your goal faster. So maybe you could delegate that to a child, or do it at 9 o'clock at night when you're just getting ready to go to bed. So that would be a way to evaluate your list. And then step 5 is choose the 6 things that are most important for today. Well, for tomorrow, actually. The way that we encourage you to use the 6 important things list is the night before you go to bed. Literally to sit down, go through this sheet, and the more you do it, the quicker you get, and you don't have to necessarily read all the steps, but just splatter list and then choosing what are the 6 things I need to do. And you'll see there's booking, coaching, follow-up and layering, sharing, growing, organizing. What in those categories do you really need to do tomorrow? And you can just choose those so that when you start your day tomorrow, you're not reactionary. You're not responding to what everyone else needs you and wants you to do. You're like, I got a plan. I know what needs to be done. And it may not go exactly like you planned. You may have delays or challenges or things that pop up, which is fine. But you will know the direction you're trying to go, and you will have the joy of not having to think through it, figure it out on the day of. It's already decided. And you can just decide, when am I going to take that action? When am I going to get that done? And have an awesome day. And then if the day goes nuts at, noon and you don't get the whole thing done, you can move the undone tasks to the next day, pick a couple more, and move forward. Mary Kay Ash learned the 6 important things concept from a very, very successful businessman named Charles Schwab. And he had a woman who came into his office, and she taught his executives this concept of ending the day with a plan for the next day of just 6 things that needed to be done. And the productivity they found was through the roof, so much so that he wrote her a $30,000 check in the early 1900s as a thank you for all that she did to help his people. So if it worked for Charles Schwab, it worked for Mary Kay. And if it worked for her, it can work for us, and can be a really powerful way to have a clarity as you move forward with each day, not feeling overwhelmed, not feeling confused, but knowing these are the areas I need to work on, and these are the tasks I'm going to accomplish to get there. And you can really truly build a good day into a great week and an incredible month.